I was watching a bunch of Timothee Chalamet interviews today that he's done because he's on the press tour for the Bob Dylan movie, and I love him.
Did you see the Bob Dylan movie?
No, I still haven't seen it. I hear that it's awesome, and I have no doubt that it is. But I just haven't gotten to the theater yet. I might go see it tomorrow. But, oh, dude, did you see that he's coming back to host Saturday Night Live in like 2 weeks, I think, and he's a musical guest? Timothee Chalamet.
He's a musical guest?
He's a host and musical guest. He's doing double duty, and I guess he's going to be singing his Bob Dylan songs. Did.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, I think movies are secretly back. Did you see they came out with Den of Thieves 2? That's the movie that is on my list.
That's the one that you're like, finally, cinema has returned.
Yes,
we did it.
That first Den of Thieves movie was so good.
I never saw it, but is like Jeremy Renner in that? Seems like a Jeremy Renner vehicle. He's Hawkeye from Marvel's Avengers.
No. It's what's his name?
Jeremy Allen Wade.
No, the guy from
Jeremy
the
Allen
guy
Wade?
from
House of Cards.
Dude, what's the movie?
Kevin Spacey.
No,
Michelangelo. Da Vinci.
Nah, the one
Michael
where
Pena,
he
Jake
breaks out
Gyllenhaal.
of jail, but he's like still in jail and he like kills everybody. Gerard Butler.
Oh.
Gerard Butler. And then
Olympus Has Fallen fame.
And then and then who's the guy that I don't want this to sound bad. I think he plays Ice Cube in
O'Shea Jackson, Ice Cube's actual son.
Yeah, I think so. He plays Ice Cube in the
I do remember this movie now. Yeah,
it's like it's a great heist movie. The new one just came out. It says like the best heist movie like to come out in years and stuff like that. Like it revived the heist movie.
Same
is what
characters?
the clips say. Yeah. So in the end of the first one, no spoilers, but the movie came out in like 2015. So if you haven't seen it, that's your own fault. In the end of the first one, like Ice Cube's son's character was like supposedly like he played it off like he was just like the driver, essentially.
A Kaiser Sose type thing.
Yeah, like he didn't even really know what was going on. He was like a late ad employee, and then he actually made off with all the money.
Dang. Kaiser Sose, good. Who would win of the week?
And guess how he orchestrates the whole thing. This is why this movie's such a good heist movie, is he orchestrates the whole thing by joining a crew that's like going to rob the bank, but it's the Federal Reserve.
Whoa.
But he actually knows like what he's going to do with the money because he works at a bar across the street from the Federal Reserve that all the Federal Reserve employees like go to when they get off their shift. So he knows like all the Federal Reserve secrets.
Right. That's pretty cool.
It's a fantastic film. If you've never seen the first one, check out the first one, and then be ready to watch
a little
the second.
double feature.
I think it just came out.
Maybe they'll do one of those things like when Blade Runner 2049 came out, a bunch of theaters were showing like the original Blade Runner, and then they would show the new one right after it. That could be cool. A Den of Thieves double feature.
I've never seen Blade Runner.
I think you would like it. I have no idea.
It seems like too much work. There's like a lot of Blade Runners. There's
only two Blade Runners.
No, there's more than two.
No, there's not, Matthew. You've never even seen it. I know Blade Runner. I like Blade Runner a lot.
It seems
I know
like
Blade Runner.
I would need to know.
I know Blade Runner.
No,
you don't need to know anything. Also, but a lot of it I think is like kind of ambiguous on purpose with Blade Runner. Like they really throw you in. Like in that first movie, they don't really explain a ton. But then there is Harrison Ford like doing this voiceover throughout it, I guess. But I don't think it really adds much. I don't think you need to know anything going into Blade Runner. Like
right.
I would say,
I'll put it on my list.
But you bring up an interesting point though, because it is kind of now it's a franchise, I guess, because there's 2 movies. But it is one of those like things that big nerds like a Star Wars.
It makes me think if I were to watch the movie, I would be biting off more than I could chew, and I just don't want to do that.
Right, but it's interesting because while you could put it into that category, it's not like that at all. Like
Well,
there's like
do
I
a
said,
bad
there's
job
only
marketing it
the
then.
one. There's only the one Blade Runner movie with Harrison Ford, and then they came out with the second one with Ryan Gosling, which is great.
Ryan
Directed by the
Gosling's in
same
it?
guy. Yeah, he's
I'd
the
see.
main guy,
I'd go see it just to see Ryan Gosling.
and it's directed by the same guy who directed the Dune movies. It's really good. I think so.
When's the next Doom movie come out?
They
I had a
haven't said
question for
anything
you
about
while
it.
we're talking cinema and whatnot. Are you a what's the show called? Squid Games guy?
No.
You never watched the first season of Squid
Never
Games?
watched any of Squid Games.
So the second season just came out, and I finished it last night, and I gotta say, I don't know if I'm disappointed or not. The first season was 9 episodes, and the second season was only 7. And like the 7th episode just leaves off on world's largest cliffhanger. And I had a feeling as I'm watching it, I'm like, even before I started episode 7, I'm like, there's no way they can wrap all this up in one episode properly, which obviously they didn't because they just ended it. And it's like season 3 is going to come out sometime later in 2025. But, dude, it's kind of how I feel about like Stranger Things is getting to that point to me. Like, they wait so long between seasons that you can't even really remember. And yeah, they do like a recap or whatever, but the recap like hits some of the highlights, but you don't remember all of the goods.
Yeah. I guess it's maybe just something about how like expensive TV is now.
Yeah, but also to your
putting
point,
so
like
much
if
money
a new
into it.
movie comes out, like sometimes they'll do like a double feature or like TNT or TBS will like have the first movie like on TV all the time for like people to get excited for the new one.
Yeah.
To have to go back and watch an entire season of a show to get ready for the new one is a lot of work. Like, I know a lot of people did it for like Game of Thrones and stuff, but that's just too much work.
Especially with a Game of Thrones, because I did that for the last season of Game of Thrones. I had only seen like the season previous or whatever, like the second to last season. So I went back and I watched it all. And yeah, it's an undertaking. Like if you're a regular person, because I was in college when this was going on, so I had time.
A lot of free time.
But if you're like a regular guy, especially if you have like a family, like even me, I don't have kids or anything. I'm just married. I could never watch all of Game of Thrones right now.
You got a pretty busy schedule.
I got to look. I mean, look at me, dude. Look at how serious I am right now.
You look stressed.
I'm a little, I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. That's all we could do.
Yeah. Hey, I don't blame you.
Right?
I don't blame you. Yeah. So Squid Games season 2, if it would have ended as like a full season, I probably would have gave it like, I don't know, 8 out of 10. But because it ended just like abruptly and it's like, oh, wait for season 3 now, I hate that shit. I'm okay with a little bit of a cliffhanger, but to leave like, I don't want to spoil it, but to leave off where they left off was like the climax of the show, right? Like there's nothing that happens. You can't say the next season is season 3 because season 2 never ended. Like they ended it in the middle
of the Squid Games, of the games.
Well, no spoilers. I'm not saying that necessarily,
Okay.
but they ended it in the middle of like the plot. Like, you know what I mean?
Sure.
Like it wasn't like, oh, like somebody dies and then like the last cutscene is like, oh, maybe that person's actually still alive type scenario, you know?
Yeah.
And like that's the cliffhanger, or like the bad guy gets away type thing. It was like it was right in the thick of it that they just were like, okay, season 2 done.
That's something that I think it is because the first season was so popular. It's like we want to milk this damn thing, you know? Which is again, I mean, I know I've said this so many times, but all you need these days is one good season of TV. I feel like they only put the effort into their first season so they can sell the show. And I mean, again, Stranger Things prime example. Like I love season 1 of Stranger Things, but then once it gets super popular and they start making a ton of cash off of it, which is also weird
I
because
like all the seasons of Stranger Things.
I
But like
think
again,
the second
did you watch the most recent one? Was it season 4?
Oh yeah, it was awesome.
Well, season 4 is the one with Vecna.
Yeah.
That's the one where she's like floating in the air and they're playing like that rock concert on top of the
hill, and you're going.
Well, that's okay. So I guess I do kind of remember that.
Yeah.
But like, I couldn't tell you what happened at the end of that. Like, the whole town gets taken over by
I think like one of the mind flare is in our dimension now. I think it's escaped the upside down.
It's like over the top of the mall, and they're on top of the hill, right?
Yeah, they are on top of the hill. I definitely remember that.
And what's the dweeby kid?
Dustin.
And doesn't his girlfriend turn out to be real? Like right at the end of the viewers knew that she was real, but all the like show characters didn't they think she was?
I think there
fake?
is. I think there is some kind of gag like that. But yeah, she is real, and they sing the never-ending story together, which I hate.
I don't know what that is.
The never-ending story. We had it on VHS as kids.
It's a movie?
But I'm not surprised you don't remember it. Yeah, it's a movie. It's like a fantasy movie. There's a lot of like Henson-esque, like crazy puppet stuff in it and things like that.
Yeah, I'm out.
Emily's taking her mic out. Yes.
Just in case.
Oh, so we can ask you about. You wanted us to ask you
Emily,
about.
tell us about
story.
Atreyu. Tell us about Valcor.
That movie is scary.
Yeah, it is.
Like for a kids movie.
I hated that movie as a kid because I was like,
no idea.
Terrifying.
I mean, I liked it because
I didn't like it one bit.
Atreyu's like a lot of girls' first movie crush on a movie character, but it's terrifying. And I used to have nightmares of that wolf coming out from under my bed and eating me or something.
Spooky.
Yeah, it's a pretty scary movie.
It's a never-ending story. I've no idea.
Story.
No. Who's this black wizard-looking guy? Is this a dragon?
Let me see. Oh yeah, that's Valcor, dude. That's the wish dragon or something. Do you remember what he's called?
He looks more like a golden doodle than a dragon.
Yeah, he has like a dog face.
Yeah, he's like a dog. He's like a dog dragon. It's pretty cool.
Oh, he's a dog dragon.
Yeah, he's one of those
dog dragon.
Dragons. I don't know. I think that's pretty cool.
Do you like dragons, Andy?
Matthew, I'm not falling for this. This is the one time where I am not falling for it. But yes, I do like dragons.
Dragging these nuts across your face.
Shut up.
Bet you like that.
No!
Pussy.
Shut up. Oh, I gotta. Wow. Oh, I was laughing with my mouth closed. Yeah, your hat keeps slipping on your head today, dude.
I got a different hat on today.
You gotta be careful. Pull it from the back, baby. Pull it from the back.
I'm trying. It's
Well, yeah. Here, Emily, why don't you? See now I say put it back on.
That
does not look good.
Well,
maybe somebody.
My barber. I was talking about my barber last week.
Yeah.
And, but no, the hat's got to stay off.
Something to consider.
Yeah. If anybody knows.
It just doesn't look good with the background. That's okay. Don't worry about it. You look great though.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. You're right. You know me. That's how I be.
Yeah.
Always doing that. Do I sound okay, by the way, Emily? I can adjust my.
Andy, you sound better than okay.
Well, I just want to make sure I sound all right.
Nah, you sound like you seem like you're a little bit under the weather.
No, I'm doing pretty good actually. I last weekend of the current play.
Nice, finally the Christmas special.
The Christmas special play, 4 shows this weekend.
Woohoo!
It's gonna be great. I'm having a lot of fun doing it. And
4 is a lot.
Surprise, surprise! I've already booked my next starring role.
I know this.
I'm like the main guy.
Ever since he joined the theater community, he can't stay off the stage.
I know. I don't know what it is. I'm trying. But
the people want more.
They just keep pulling me back in. Yeah. Well, for now, until then. Geez.
You've got to be getting pretty close to like your first sex tape leak, right?
Ugh.
At this point in your performing career?
I just don't think that. I'm
Nobody.
definitely closer. No, it's not. It's not that I don't. It's not that I don't want my sex tape to be leaked.
Nobody wants your sex tape to be leaked.
Yeah. No. Nobody wants to see what's going on down here. Okay, but. It's like the way that all singers kind of have to put out a Christmas album, all actors have to
release a
sex tape.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I mean, if I can find the right guy to do it with, if we get a good crew, it's all about collaboration. That's the thing you learn in this business. We just got to have a good team. That's what's gonna lead to the success of any great sex tape.
Yep. Get pucks deep, pucks on that.
Yep.
Do the simple things right. You do the simple things right, and you'll never have a problem.
Yeah, a direct quote from Kim Kardashian's sex tape, I think. I think Ray J says that at one point in the video. It's like, listen, Kim, she's like, well, you've seen it. She's like doing that stuff. Yeah, she's singing that song. See, that's what's crazy about the Stranger Things guys putting that song in there, is they're basically admitting like they've watched the Kim Kardashian sex tape so many times that they're just
keep running up that road, keep running up that hill, keep running up that hill.
Your voice is really good today.
I don't know the words to that song. Is the problem.
Make a deal with God.
I definitely know that God.
Yeah, we all know that.
That's about all I got.
And you're running up that God.
Is it?
And you're going
is it
down
building?
That
is it running up that building? Is that what?
I don't think
that
so.
That wouldn't make sense.
I think it's
that feeling.
You make a deal with God. You're running up that hill, and you're climbing up that run. Make a deal with God, and you go to town. I don't know. I'm not Pat Sajak.
Let me look it up.
Whoever sings that song.
It's Kate Bush.
Oh, that's right. I did know that. Make a deal with God.
It is.
That hill.
Be running up that road. Be running up that hill.
Damn.
Be running up that building.
Just running up everything. What you got? Let me run up it. Let me run up you, girl. What you got, girl? Let me run up.
And I let him to swap our places. That's the one we were missing. Make a deal with God. And I let him to swap our places.
Terrific.
Yeah. West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playgrounds where I spent most of my days.
Folks, it's the new year, and I know you want to stay focused on those resolutions, okay? You want to stay focused on making this the best year for yourself. And with a schedule like yours, okay, you got so much that you're packing in. It can be tough to do, especially when you got, a bunch of errands to run and junk, like going to the grocery store. Fuck that, okay? Because right now, I'll tell you, great news, you can start using Instacart. Because I don't know if you know this, but with Instacart, you can get not just groceries, but some of your favorite products from some of your favorite local stores delivered right to your front door. But the best part is, right now, 2 of the Cooler listeners get free delivery on their first order of $10 or more. $10, I mean, they don't sell anything for less than $10, okay? It's so easy, and you get free delivery on top of that? Come on. All you have to do to get that deal is hit the link in this episode description. Start making things easier on yourself this year. Start using Instacart today. Folks, pick yourself up something nice over at snackspot.se/creator/teespring.com. Hoodies, mugs, bucket hats, t-shirts, long sleeves, slides, regular hats. By regular hat, I mean baseball hat. I feel like if I say regular hat, some people might think sombrero. But those people are crazy. Those are the people buying the Harley Quinn fart book. But more on that later. Foreshadowing. Okay, but the point is, the merch that we've got over at this place is top quality, okay? We would not skimp out on you with that. We all know there's that disgusting brand. You buy a t-shirt and it feels like a cardboard box. And so many businesses and organizations stuff use this. And it's terrible, because you want to support these places, but you can't wear that shirt. It's disgusting. Not with us, baby, okay? Especially the t-shirts. Try blend material. That's a blend of 3 materials, folks. That's Target quality, baby. And you're only getting that at snackspot.se/creator/teespring.com. So hit the link in this episode description and go check it out all for yourself. snackspot.se/creator/teespring.com. And if you're interested in advertising on this show, you can email us at snackspotsports@gmail.com for details on how you can start reaching thousands of listeners in the Buffalo area and beyond. Podcasting, it's its own section of media now, all right? You got TV, you got radio, you You got newspapers, I guess, and you got podcasting. All right, and you can see that it's carving out even a larger market for itself when companies like State Farm and McDonald's are moving into the podcast ad space. These are companies that do commercials for the Super Bowl and stuff like that, and they are putting real money into advertising on podcasts because it's effective. The problem is there hasn't really been any room for smaller or even local businesses to get in on that action, but that's what we are here for. That's what we're all about. So again, if you're interested in learning more about all the benefits to podcast advertising, hit us up. Email us at snackspotsports@gmail.com.
It's
rare condition this day and age to read any good news on a newspaper
karaoke
page.
hour.
I mean, that's what happens when you ain't got nothing. You just gotta sing it out.
You just gotta get something.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing to lose.
It's that time of year. It's the doldrums of humanity in Western New York. It's
what?
It's the doldrums of humanity in Western New
York.
York.
The doldrums of humanity?
Yeah, January and February. It's like 18 degrees, very windy, with like mixed snow flurries, and it's always dark and gray.
Yeah.
Doldrum.
That's how I like it.
Doldrum of humanity.
I don't know if you can tell by looking at me, but I'm not much of a sun guy. You know what I mean?
Well, that's why you wear your sun shirt all the time.
I do wear the sun shirt. The sun shirt, let me ask you, as a guy who's not me, or a guy who, doesn't wear a sun shirt at all, like, you see me walking around with the sun shirt, obviously I'm self-conscious about it because...
About the sun shirt?
I'm self-conscious. Yeah, of course.
I don't think you can be self-conscious about the sun shirt. Here's the thing. If you're going to be a sun shirt guy, you have to rock the sun shirt.
Right.
If you look at somebody wearing a sun shirt that's not rocking it, you're like, oh, that's not a sun shirt guy. Why are they wearing a sun shirt?
This is something that I've had to come to...
But, like, if you walk out in the sun with a sun shirt on, people are instantly like, oh, that's a sun shirt guy. You look like a sun shirt guy.
Yeah, because you can basically see through my skin. You can basically see my whole circulatory system.
Yeah. You got a little Casper in you.
Yeah, I'm definitely Casper adjacent.
Casper.
I'm part Casper. My 23andMe came back.
Yep, a little touch of Casper.
Mostly Irish, little bit of Casper. Like a touch of Casper.
It's a good thing our childhood house wasn't haunted because we'd have to start asking a lot of questions.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
Ghost sex. Like in Patrick Swayze movie.
Didn't know that happened.
Didn't know either. I was pleasantly ignorant to the ghost sex.
What? We don't know.
No, the movie Ghost starring Patrick Swayze and Whoopi Goldberg and Demi Moore.
Ghost Patrick Swayze bangs Whoopi Goldberg?
No, I think he might bang Demi Moore though, because in that movie he and Demi Moore are like, I've never seen it.
It'd be way more funny if Ghost Patrick Swayze was banging.
Oh yeah, I mean that's a movie you want to
see.
That
movie would be
Sister Act 3. Sister Act 3. Maybe we bring everybody back. I mean Swayze's dead, but that'd be very easy to CGI his Ghost in there, or we can hire the real.
You wouldn't even have to really CGI him because you only need his Ghost.
Right. You just have like a little.
But I don't even know if Patrick Swayze's Ghost would be banging Whoopi Goldberg these days.
Well, listen, listen. I don't want to say any beef. No beef with Whoopi. I don't want any Whoopi beef.
I have beef with Whoopi Goldberg.
What's your beef with Whoopi Goldberg? You didn't like Back in the Habit?
The View.
Okay, well that's not her fault. She's not a charter.
Who's that other woman that used to be on The View?
Barbara Walters.
Is she still on there?
No, Barbara Walters is dead.
No.
Rosie O'Donnell.
Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah.
Is
the
she
white
still on
Whoopi
there?
Goldberg. No, Rosie's been off for quite some time.
Rosie is the
Rosie
worst.
also not.
She's got to be top 5 worst humans of all time, right?
Well, I think it depends on how you're
scaling them.
Yeah, what the scale is.
Eliminate people that should be in federal prison.
What?
Like outside of people who are real criminals.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
She's got to be up there, right? And she probably is a criminal.
Yeah, I think she stole a boat once. I think she's stolen boats. But wait, Rosie's in a league of their own though, and she's great in that movie, just like everybody else.
That movie sucks.
Matthew, fuck off. You don't have to agree with me.
Here we go.
But it's spectacular. Gina Davis.
Name
Gina Davis.
Name your top
Gina
5 sports movies
Davis
of all time. Top 5 sports movies.
Okay, great. Thank you. I'm happy to get this out here to the public. My top 5 sports movies are League of Their Own, for sure.
At 1, or is that just in the top 5? Are you ranking
That's in the top
order?
5.
Okay.
I got to think of
Yep.
them
No, that's fine. That's
first. League of Their Own.
False.
No, League of Their Own.
No, I didn't say anything. Keep
League of Their
going.
Own. Mighty Ducks.
The first one?
Yeah. But also the second one, if we're being honest.
Okay, so you got 2 Mighty Ducks in your top 5.
And The Sandlot, I probably have to put in
Sandlot,
there.
yeah, or
Most of these
4.
sports movies are movies that I watched when I was a kid. So, The Express.
What the fuck is The Express?
It's that one oh Emily, isn't that based on like a guy from your hometown?
The Express is about Ernie Davis, who was the first black man to win the Heisman.
Oh.
And my whole entire town, like everything in my school.
Ernie
district,
Davis is from your town?
Yeah, and everything in my school, like our team is called the Elmira Express.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I any opportunity to talk about Ernie Davis, I will take.
Shout out. You got any facts?
Well, he's
Ernie
like, I think he
Davis
was born in Syracuse, and then he like moved to Elmira. He died of cancer before he could ever play pro football.
Oof.
He was gonna play for the Browns.
Post Heisman?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, there was some movie about him that I remember seeing in theaters and thinking, "Wow, this is a great,
That's a great
what
film.
a great flick."
It's awesome.
Air Bud?
That you already
No.
have 5.
No, what?
Yeah, you had
No,
League of Their Own,
League of Their Own.
Mighty Ducks 1, Mighty Ducks 2.
Oh, yeah, that
The
is 5.
Sandlot, and The Express.
I'm sure there's some I'm forgetting.
Yeah, a lot. Pretty much every great sports movie. I'll
Well,
give you The Sandlot and
And League of Their Own.
Mighty Ducks, probably.
Matthew. People don't understand how good a League of Their Own actually
There's so
is.
many better movies than A League of Their Own.
Maybe, but
You didn't have Miracle in there, which is a
yeah,
top
because
sports movie.
Miracle, that's just
even
not,
even
I
the
don't want to
Russians,
steal
the Russians love
valor from that,
Miracle.
but Miracle's just not, that's just not me.
It's a true story.
So is League of Their Own!
Yeah, but this one's
Dude.
interesting.
Ah! You're crazy. League of Their Own is so good. You got, I mean, not just because of the true story, but the actors in it. Yeah, I can tell you're surprised right now at how, because now you're actually thinking about how great A League of Their Own is. You're like, oh, this makes sense.
Fuck, maybe that is a good movie. Psych! Pussy.
Matthew, you should, have you ever even seen it? You
Nope.
probably never even watched it.
Never watched it.
Yeah, I didn't think so. If you watch
Never
it,
gonna.
If you watch it, there's no way anybody who watches it.
Top 5 sports movies, though. You're going to
Yes,
put that in your top 5.
and I'll tell you exactly why.
You're going to put that in your top 5.
I can prove it with
You're
math.
going to put that in your top 5.
I can prove it
You're
with
going to
math.
put that in your top 5.
I can prove it with math.
You're going to put that in your top 5.
I can tell you why exactly A League of Their Own is probably the best sports movie of all time. And here's why. I think if you ask most folks, and we're a little too deep in this conversation for me to honestly trust your response to this, but if we're looking at sports movies as a genre, the best sports movies overall are probably all baseball movies. And the best baseball movie is A League of Their Own. Therefore, transitive property,
better.
League of Their Own is
Major
the best sports
League,
movie of all time.
Better.
Okay, well, different
Bad News Bears, better.
different movies. Major League. I should. Oh wait, you ever see Angels in the Outfield? With
Angels
Joseph
in the
Gordon-Levitt?
Outfield, better.
I don't know if it's better, but
Better.
Angels in the Outfield is a great movie that I love
Better.
dearly. Then A League of Their Own?
Better.
No, it's not.
Yes.
I hate to say it, but it's not. And I love Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I love Danny Glover.
What about
Everybody knows that about me. I'm a huge Danny Glover guy. But
What about Remember the Titans? What about Coach Carter? What about
Coach Carter, I don't like.
What about that other one about the college basketball team?
That might be the one I'm thinking of that I call
Where they
the
get
Express. The one with where the hotel room gets
Yes.
messed up. Yeah, what's that movie? Because that's the one I'm trying
Road
to
to
think
Glory, maybe?
Yeah, that might be it. That one I
I'm
like.
gonna Google
That's
it.
a good flick.
That's a great movie.
Yeah, that's the one I remember seeing in theaters. I think that's
Yeah,
what
we
I'm
saw it with
thinking
our
of.
dad.
I think that's what I'm thinking of instead of The Express.
Boo.
Okay.
Everybody watch The Express.
Just,
also, the lack of Field of Dreams.
Yeah, 2006.
Field of Dreams. Boo.
2006.
Overrated.
After
Field of
being
Dreams
appointed
overrated.
new coach of the Texas Miners, Don Haskins, Josh Lucas decides to build a team based on talent rather than race. The controversy, I don't know. But yeah, I think that's the movie you're thinking of.
Yeah, it definitely is, because that hotel room scene is the one I remember.
Yeah, that's a great Disney Channel movie. That's a great movie. Not Disney
Luck
Channel.
of the Irish.
Sorry.
Luck of the
Not
Irish.
Disney
How about
Channel.
that?
Yeah,
That's
great
a sports movie. That's a pretty good one.
What's the one? The motocross one.
Oh, Motocrossed is the name of that
Great
film.
movie.
That is
great
a good
sports
movie. That's something
All
that,
better than A League of Their Own.
Not true.
Yes.
It just isn't true. Matthew, Gina Davis.
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, because she's such a talented actress. She blends into every.
Yeah, that's exactly what I
disappears
want.
into every
that's exactly
role.
what I want is actors and actresses.
Oh, you don't want
you
don't want to see a movie where people are giving incredible performances?
No.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I guess that's my mistake. My mistake for thinking that that's what you would want.
'Cause if I could fall,
Make a deal with God. See how long I can hold that note for. God. And you're running up that hill. Great Kate Bush impressions.
Yep, that's what
all
we do.
around.
That's what we do.
This is how we do it.
Boing.
A lot of people have been bringing up that Harley Quinn fart comic to me.
No, we're
Yeah.
not doing that today.
I'm just saying.
We'll
No,
do
well,
anything
we're
but
obviously
that
not because
today.
it's not real. But I'm just saying, somebody did. We got
No.
at least one comment.
Wait,
that
it's
was
not
like,
real?
No, I don't know what.
You just
no.
said, no, we're not bringing it up because it's not real.
Oh, well, then I misspoke. Because it is real. It's not released. It's not out yet.
No, I want nothing to do with that.
Okay. Because some people are saying, one guy commented and said, it's not a fetish thing. It's just funny. And that guy is a pervert.
Yeah, that guy has a fetish.
Yeah.
I do agree that there is some humor to it. Farts, still funny.
Yeah, of course.
But that's like that takes it too far. If it was like a book just about Harley Quinn's farts, maybe I could see comedy in it. But the fact that you can scratch and sniff them is how you know that it's primarily fetish.
It's an immersive experience, Matthew.
Geared.
That's what
geared
today's
towards
media
fetishes.
is all about. It's all about immersion of the audience into the project. Okay, that's how you get people.
Yeah, handy.
What?
Immerse these nuts in your mouth.
Damn it.
Boom roasted. Boom roasted.
Not bad. Not bad. Ugh. Oh. Oi.
Everybody.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Rock your body.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good that it's. I think it's
my larynx. What are they called? My vocals. They're not doing so well today. I feel off.
That's all right. Yeah, you know
I'm
what?
a bit.
You know, it's a great episode whenever we're just singing nonsense a bunch. That's how you
Yeah.
always know it's a top-notch one.
The problem is I'm just. I'm a bit.
Don't do it. Don't make a pun. Don't even try.
I'm a bit stuffed up.
Terrific.
Yeah.
Yep. Right back to that well. Oh gosh.
I told you, Dungeons of Humanity in Western New York.
Dungeons of Humanity.
Not dungeons.
Oh well, you just said dungeons.
Dundrums.
Dundrums? No, that ain't a word, brother.
Emily's Dundrums a word.
Emily.
What you said was doldrums.
Doldrums.
Dundrums.
Doldrums is a word, though.
The jury's out on dundrums.
Doldrums.
Jury's out on dungeons.
Doldrums is a word.
I don't
Correct?
know about that. I don't think so.
Correct. I
Not
looked up how to
dungeons.
spell it.
Dungeons isn't a word, Andy.
Yeah. Dungeons is just a thing that comes before dragons. Am I right, folks? I'm working on it.
Wasn't good.
No. Nothing ever is.
I chime in. I know. I can't stop singing today.
We've just got when you got a song in your heart, it's impossible to.
R.I.P. to Wheezy.
What?
R.I.P. to Wheezy.
Wheezy the Penguin?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Did he die?
No.
Oh.
He got a new squeaker, remember?
No.
That's how that movie ends.
With Forky?
I got a new squeaker!
Forky gets him a new squeaker?
No, dude. Forky's doesn't come around until the 4th movie. Wheezy's in the 2nd one.
Wheezy's not in the 4th one?
No, I think...
Then he's dead. He wasn't in the box of toys that Andy's mom goes to donate?
No.
Then that means... I'll tell you what that means.
Wheezy, he had an off-screen death. Yeah, there were contract disputes. They had to kill off his
Andy
character.
was eating penguin soup one night for dinner.
Oh, come on now. Come on now. Yeah. That old man from Shark Tank might buy TikTok. He's talking about
What old man?
The Mr. Wonderful, I think, is like his nickname, the bald one.
Oh, yeah. He's got the... he kind of looks like Dr. Phil.
I think he looks more like Ebenezer Scrooge, like a real life.
But is that the guy you're talking about?
Yeah, because they do have the same haircut.
Yeah.
He's got the Dr. Phil haircut.
Him and Dr. Phil are the same person in my mind.
Well, that's insane, because they do completely different things.
That's not true.
Yes, of course they do. Dr. Phil...
Saves
I don't
America.
know. Okay.
And what does Mr. Wonderful do? Say it.
Saves America.
Saves America.
Damn it.
He saves businesses. That's saving America.
Right.
He saves the American dream.
Damn, son. You know that guy, he's got like 5... I heard him talking about this on a podcast one time. He's got like 5 hidden vaults where he keeps all his different watches. He's got so many watches worth like millions of dollars.
People do that.
I know, it's crazy.
You know the Winklevoss twins from Facebook?
Of course. Yeah.
I guess they're big like crypto guys now.
Oh yeah. They were huge
and they
in NFTs.
They have like their crypto on like thumb drives and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
And they like bury them all over the place, like
That's
hide
insane.
them. You know what I mean? So that nobody can ever steal their crypto.
There are people. Oh, dude, I don't think I talked about this at all. But there was maybe I did when the trailers for this came out. But I watched this documentary called "Selling Superman," and the premise is this guy, his dad passed away, and it turns out his dad had this crazy comic book collection that he didn't entirely hide from the family. It actually kind of ruined his family. But
because he was spending too much money on comics?
Well, actually, because
I mean, you got to give some explanation.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm trying to, you know me. I'm doing too much. So, he was an avid comic book collector, and he was so precious about his comics that like his sons couldn't have friends over the house because the dad was like, I don't want to let them know that I've got these comic books and things like that. So by the end of his life, his dad had like boarded up all the windows of his house so no one could like look in and see the boxes of comics and stuff. Yeah. So then the dad passes away, and he leaves the comics to like his son or whatever, and the son's got to figure out what to do with this collection. And it turns out there's like this warehouse full of books, and included in this was the 3 nicest copies of Superman #1 that are known to be out there. There's one 8.0 graded, and then there's 2 7 or 7.5s. And one of these 7.75s was the dad had hidden, squirreled away for 20 plus years, whatever. Nobody knew it even existed. And then this guy is going through all his dad's stuff, and boom.
How much is that worth?
That part of the documentary is them selling it. It went for 4.3 mil, I think.
4.3 mil?
Yeah.
A comic book?
Yep.
That's fucking crazy. Like, listen, I understand collecting and like value and stuff like that, but if you have the money to buy a $4.3 million comic book, don't you feel like you would spend that money on? You're the wrong person to ask this.
I don't. Well, listen.
Like, okay. So, if it's financially responsible for you to buy a $4.5 million comic book,
right,
that means you have a lot of money.
Yeah.
I feel like you would probably inherit other hobbies at some point. if you don't have the money to buy, if it's not financially responsible for you to buy a $4.5 million comic book, why are you buying a $4.5 million comic book?
I don't know, to have it, I guess. But, these things are a piece of history, especially...
No, that's what I mean. Like, I understand collecting things. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess what you're saying.
I mean, that's how I feel about comics. Like, whenever I buy one, I don't have anything like that, of course, but I'm like, this is a piece of history.
Do you have your windows boarded up?
No. But now that I was sitting the other day thinking about, like, how much my collection might actually be worth, and I'm like, maybe I should. But also, because I've got a bunch of, like, even some of my better ones I've got sitting on my walls, like, in my office. And I'm like, is that the most responsible thing? But also, I'm like, these things are supposed to be enjoyed. Like, that's why I like them. And even the ones that I have that are graded in a low grade, I'm like, I don't mind if they've got some, nicks or whatever to them, because I think it brings a lot of character to that book. And it's like, okay, this has been somewhere. I think it just adds to the history of it. Now I don't know what I'm talking about, if I'm getting off topic. I'm a little dizzy right now, I'll admit. So this guy, his dad had, he had like 10 copies, mint condition, of like first appearance of Ghost Rider, stuff like that. So this is like the largest, most expensive comic book collection in history. And it was cool, but it was also like very sad, because of course this guy, he can't, the son, he knows comics a little bit, but he can't really figure out, like, how the fuck is he going to move all these books?
Yeah.
So he hires a bunch of people to help him out, and
do they
one
take
group...
advantage of him?
No. One group is this, like, father-son duo, though, and in the documentary, he brings this father-son duo into the back of, like, the warehouse where this vault is, where he's got, like, the Superman, the Batman #1, like, all the big stuff. And they're going through it together, like, wow, holy shit. And he's like, the guy the main guy starts to cry a little bit, because he's like,
because
I never had this with my, his dad was like,
wouldn't share the wouldn't share the passion for comics with someone. Yeah, that's
just not, that's anti-comics in my opinion. I think it's all about,
Yep, spread the love, baby.
Spread the love.
Share the craft.
And like, these characters have been around for so long. And they're really, what we've seen with like these Marvel movies and stuff is truly like the staying power of them, like the evergreenness. Spider-Man first appeared
I like Spider-Man.
in 1963.
And that boy's still kicking. Harder than ever, Captain America was like 1942 or something was his first appearance. Yeah, crazy. And now he's back in 1942.
And now he's
bum
back.
Ass.
Yeah, what the fuck's he doing? Nothing.
Yeah. Now there's a new Captain America in town.
Oh yeah, that's coming out on Valentine's Day. Actually, I want to see that movie. I hope it's good.
What a lovely Valentine's Day date that would be, to take your significant other to go see the new Captain America.
Yeah, it'd be. Yeah.
Do you want to get into the Who of the Week?
Yes, we ought to do that. Hold on, I'll remember who it is. Oh, I got it. Yep. The Who of the Week this week is Joey Chestnut versus Cookie Monster.
Sheesh.
Two famous eaters going at each other. This is tough. Joey Chestnut, honestly, especially with all the stuff the past year, him being like kicked out of the Nathan's thing and banned and all this stuff, like I respect him in a different way now. Like, I think it says a lot. I've learned a lot more about Joey Chestnut's character than just his eating capabilities.
Did you know, like, also, like, sometimes before he goes out and eats, like the night before, like when he comes into town, like he'll go out and just like booze it up, like just get
why not?
Yeah, just get buckled,
like,
and then he'll go just slam 60 glizzies in 10 minutes the next day.
I mean, his sport is not necessarily dependent on full athletic ability. Like, all the guys doing hot dog contests now would be professional baseball players in like the 1920s. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
same situation. So there's still a spot for these guys.
Yeah,
Not
lot of racists and
a lot of racists in the food.
Not Joey
world.
Chestnut though.
No. But a lot of the higher ups. You know, it's taboo to talk about, but we're here. We're here to talk about the issues.
Here's the thing: is Joey Chestnut can eat quite a bit, and he may eat like garbage, right? But Oscar the Grouch,
Cookie Monster,
Close. Fuck.
Yeah, Cookie Monster
doesn't
fucks.
eat garbage. He just eats cookies.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. For whatever reason, I had my whole brain geared up towards Oscar the Grouch eating garbage.
Oscar the Grouch doesn't even eat garbage. He just lives in the garbage.
Well, how do you know he doesn't eat it in there? But we're talking Cookie Monster. That's on me. Now I feel like you when I get pissed when you forget to do it in the week. Yeah. Now I feel like you. Cookie Monster. Here's the thing: is that Joey Chestnut is smart. Like from a business perspective too, like obviously he handles himself pretty well. Like he set himself up pretty good just because he can eat a lot. Cookie Monster, I feel like, is kind of fucking dumb and just wants cookies. Like Joey Chestnut doesn't like forget everything and throw it all away just for like a hot dog. He just happens to be really good at eating them. Whereas the Cookie Monster, if Joey Chestnut was just like, hey, there's a cookie behind you, he would turn around and then Joey Chestnut would just take him out to pet the rabbits and fucking cap him in the back of the head.
Well, that's a good point, actually. Because I will say Cookie Monster's relation to his food that's an addiction, right?
Yeah. It's a fixation. It's an obsession.
Right, yeah, it absolutely is. And there seems to be no limit to the amount of cookies that he can eat because it's not just that he can't stop himself. He doesn't want to stop himself.
And that's the other thing, though, is there seems to be no limit as to what he would do for a cookie.
Right.
So, I guess there is a situation where he wins this fight if
it seems like Joey Chestnut.
If Joey Chestnut says, "Hey, there's a cookie," if she says, "Hey, there's a cookie behind you," and Cookie Monster looks quick and there's no cookie, I could see Cookie Monster getting very upset and being like, "Where the fuck's my cookie? Like, I'll shank a bitch for a cookie right now."
And I do think that Cookie Monster has some ferociousness to him. He is a monster after all.
Yes, I think he can get really nasty really fast.
That's very true. Damn. So now
this is starting to change my opinion,
tough.
But Joey Chestnut's a dog. Joey Chestnut's in good shape too. Like I think he works out and stuff pretty frequently because he has to.
When he did compete in the hot dog competition, did he ever lose? It seemed like he won every year.
I think he's undefeated. That's the thing. Joey Chestnut has a killer mentality.
You
might be able to eat 60 dogs. Guess what? Joey Chestnut's going to eat 61.
Well, I think Cookie Monster
would eat 0 hot dogs and come in last if it meant that he would get cookies after the competition.
And I do think that they both have that ferocity, but what Joey Chestnut has that Cookie Monster is lacking is discipline.
Joey Chestnut, exactly. His ferocity is to be the best. Cookie Monster's just wants a cookie.
Right.
Like you give him
he's
one
fueled
cookie,
by he's
you
fueled
could
by
give
his
him one
obsession,
cookie
like
and he would be content.
Yeah.
Like Joey Chestnut wants to keep winning.
Right.
So in a life or death situation, like
Cookie Monster's literally just trying to get that fix.
Yes, Cookie Monster's literally like, you can kill me as long as you give me a cookie first.
Yeah.
Joey Chestnut's like, nah, dog, I ain't giving you a cookie, and I'm gonna kill you. I'm taking Joey Chestnut.
The more we talk about this, the better I like this fight.
No,
but I think what we've landed on here, through what we've talked about, I have to pick Joey Chestnut too.
Yeah.
Just because when you really do think about it, Joey Chestnut does have a killer instinct within him, the killer instinct of a champion, whereas Cookie Monster has the quote-unquote killer instinct of a crack addict.
Yeah, fair enough.
So at the end of the day,
I'm taking Joey Chestnut.
I'm taking Joey Chestnut as well.
Although, crack addict, it's a crack. No, I'm taking Joey Chestnut. Lock that in. Who would win of the week? Joey Chestnut versus the Cookie Monster. Vote on that on Instagram on Friday. Andy.
Yes.
What do you got for me?
What else? Gosh. Well, we talked about our dentist last week, so I don't know what the heck else we could
shout out to Dr.
even cover. Yeah, I mean, once you get that, it's like you've got everything else.
Yeah. No,
Now,
hey, listen. Oh,
can I? Okay, I do have a question for you.
I'll give you one more question.
And this is weeks behind.
Yep.
So I apologize.
As you usually are.
I apologize to everyone. But so did Jay-Z
I don't know.
molest some people or something? Or was he
I
like
think,
a sex
I
trafficker?
I think they were all. I think him and Beyonce. I think they're all tied up in the.
Not
Diddy
not
scandal.
Beyonce.
Yeah, I think they're all involved.
No.
I don't know.
Beyonce Knowles?
Yes, I think they're all involved.
Jeez, because I saw this video. Because Jay-Z is he's out and about. I saw a video of him. It was actually sent by Olivia, friend of the show. Him, Jay-Z courtside at a Lakers game. And, during a stoppage and play, Denzel Washington was over there too. And Jay-Z's trying to come over and be all friendly with Denzel. He's tapping him on his shoulder, trying to dab him up.
And Denzel
doesn't even look at him.
Wow.
Ice cold.
Yeah,
so there
that's how
must
you know.
be something because
Dude,
Denzel
what if Denzel
knows.
in real life is actually the Equalizer?
I
What
was
if that's,
just about to say that.
Yeah, dude. What if those movies are based off of what he actually does, but instead of work at a Home Depot, he actually is just a famous actor, but he just fucks people up that do wrong to the average Joe.
Denzel, I want to say he's the man because he is, but when Will Smith slapped Chris Rock, Denzel is one of the guys who went over to Will Smith and was kind of consoling him. But you know what? I guess we don't know exactly what he said.
My wife's name out your damn mouth.
Yeah. But I think...
That was Will Smith.
Yeah. You sounded just like him.
It felt good.
But that was obviously a crazy thing to do. But you know what? I think Denzel maybe was just more helping out his friend.
If Will Smith... Well, that's what I mean. If they're boys, you're hey, dude...
Cool it.
Well, and just listen, you already slapped him. Just, call it a night. Head home. Call an Uber.
Well, he couldn't call it because he won a goddamn Academy Award.
That night he did?
Yes, man. Yeah, that's what.
I don't remember.
Right after the slap. Right after the slap.
Did Chris Rock have to give it to him?
No.
Oh, that would have been funny.
That would have been great. No. Chris Rock was presenting best cinematography or some shit like that.
Gotcha.
And then, a couple minutes
remember.
later.
It's all a blur. I don't care. And Andy, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Nobody cares. It's all in the past. The only thing that'll bring us back is if Timothee Chalamet gets nominated.
I can't
for more
believe
awards.
he's doing the musical guest too. He's gonna sing Bob Dylan.
That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he does a great job, but even for a movie tie-in, promotional type thing,
that's a pretty big deal.
That seems.
I guarantee. Listen, this will be the last thing I say.
I would hate to do that.
This will be the last thing I say.
Okay.
I guarantee you that guy can fucking belt.
Oh, without it, he can do no wrong.
Yeah, guy knows ball.
Again, I watched so many interviews of his today. I love that guy.
Guy knows ball.
I'm all in on him. I've said it before. We need an actor to bring the country together again, and it's Tim.
He is the Lisan Al Gaib.
He is the Lisan Al Gaib.
Andy.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you too. Let's get out of here. Thanks, folks.